Hello everyone, my name is Emma Tice and I'm a sophomore at the University of St. Thomas in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I'll be talking about the idea of biodiversity mismatch in the United States. Before really delving into my research and the information I gathered from journals, it's important to understand exactly what biodiversity mismatch is and where it comes from. According to Jenkins et al. In the journal U.S. Protected Lands Mismatch Biodiversity Priorities, and my interpretations of what they concluded, biodiversity mismatch is when our tax dollars go to conserving lands that don't necessarily have the most biodiversity. In other words, we're not really getting the most bang for our buck. These are some of the data and figures that Jenkins et al. Collected and created in their journal. This journal was groundbreaking in that it started the conversation on if the United States is actually doing a good job at conserving its endangered species. Jenkins et al. Looked at multiple types of taxa and their location, but I was specifically intrigued by what they had collected about amphibians. The numbers don't really hold specific importance, but what is interesting is where they laid out their priorities. The red spots on the far right map are where we can find the most amphibians that are endemic to the area that need protection. So this begs my question. Are we doing our best to protect this area? Why is this where we need to protect? I wanted to focus on endemism because understanding that anthropogenic activity is a threat to taxa is a relatively simple idea. Endemism, on the other hand, is less straightforward. So for my own research, I wanted to create maps that would easily show the biodiversity mismatch of amphibians. What's especially important to understand in this map is that yes, there are a lot of federal lands, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's protected. Now here we can see that all the protected lands contrasted against the federal lands. We obviously have some work to do. Notice how concentrated our dollars are in the West. Here is where things get really tricky, and the work that Jenkins et al. Did becomes hugely important. The red is where all of the endangered amphibians are, and the dark green is what we're protecting. Notice how concentrated the amphibians are in the southeast. Lastly, as concluded in Dobson et al., I wanted to see how concentrated the endemics were in the southeast region that had an extremely high density of endangered amphibians. So basically what we're seeing here is that the density of endangered amphibians almost exactly matches the ecoregions with endemics greater than the average. In other words, when Dobson et al. Concluded that areas with the greatest endemics will have the most endangered species, they hit the nail on the head concerning amphibians. In conclusion, Jenkins et al. Was right to conclude that what we are protecting is not where we need to be, especially for amphibians. Our money is in the west when it actually needs to be in the southeast. Additionally, according to Dobson et al. And the map to the left, we need to be focusing a lot more on endemics when it comes to amphibians. Thank you.